Hello everyone, and welcome to another Chalice Chat. My friend Greg is still here,
Hello!
and we're still playing the Chalice Dungeons. Picking up exactly where we left off here, gonna go back and fight some more spiders.
And then kill the boss.
Well, maybe not. There might be another...
Alright, maybe not.
There might be another additional segment to confront before we get to the actual boss. And I'm going to wait for this buff to disappear before I break those statues so the durability doesn't go down quite as much. And so there might be another offshoot path for us to deal with. And regardless, I'm going to want to stop back into the Hunter's Dream and repair my Tonitrus. Because the downside of this weapon, which in general is a quite powerful weapon, is that it does not have a very high durability, and it is liable to break on you if you're not very careful. And the last thing I want is to be in the middle of a challenging boss fight and then get the weapon at risk signal on the screen.
Yeah, that would,
that is very fun.
Yeah,
I should have looked up. Should have looked up.
I think it's too late now.
Maybe.
It's a big tree.
There's quite a lot. Sometimes there are like just 10 spiders hanging out above you and you don't even notice.
Ooh.
But
that terrifies me.
Yep. See?
Here you go.
Remember, I thought this was going to loop back. I think I was actually right for once.
Yeah.
And yep, we just did a big loop. Cool.
Great. I'd say the good thing Bloodborne does is create all these shortcuts that really gets you further along in the dungeon without forcing you to repeat sections over and over again.
Yes. That is quite nice. And with the Chalice Dungeons in particular, the fact that they're all set up so that the boss door is like immediately right by the first lamp. It's quite nice. And because of that loop back that we just experienced, we are in fact right by the boss door. So before we go back to the Hunter's Dream, I just want to see if we have a side path to deal with, just because I'm curious.
Certainly.
So let's see what we have here.
I am a little disappointed you haven't rolled into any walls yet, and we've already been 2 minutes into the session. Just saying.
I know, right? Let's get our fix right now. I mean, I may have gotten that tip about not invisible. I always want to call them invisible walls for some reason. Like, I know the term is illusory wall, but for whatever reason, invisible wall is stuck in my head. And whenever I do these recording sessions, I start talking about my search for illusory walls. And half the time, I think I call them invisible.
That's fine. And just a quick note, which Carol rune is that?
That's
beast?
the Hunter rune.
The Hunter. Okay.
I'm glad you noticed that, because these are like the ruins of an ancient civilization that predate Yharnam, and it's more evidence that the idea of a hunter, and indeed the very idea of runes, and the hunter rune in particular, have persisted. They have existed since before Yharnam ever came to be. So kind of like a subtle clue that all of this goes back probably further through more civilizations than just the one that Yharnam in its current incarnation.
Even since ancient times, a hunter must hunt.
Indeed. And you know what? I'm
talking myself.
Circle? I'm talking myself in circles. So no, I'm not going to waste the item. I could use a Bold Hunter's Mark. I was going to say, and I think I've actually talked about this a little bit before. One of the nice things about exploring the Chalice Dungeons and the boss doors being so close to the initial lamp is that after you've finished exploring a path, even if you don't have a good shortcut back, you can just use a Bold Hunter's Mark. And yeah, I remember that at the last second. You can always use a Bold Hunter's Mark and warp right back to the first section, be right by the first lamp, and also be right by the first boss.
Oh, that's very kind of them.
Well, the boss.
The boss, yeah. I wonder what do the bosses do in their spare time? Because they have a lot of spare time.
I know.
What are they doing?
They've been sitting around just hanging out in this one space for like, who knows, millions of years maybe? I don't know. It's crazy.
Right? And like you always like walk in on them as they're like just sitting.
Yep.
I wonder if that's what happens. You get bored after a million years, you're like, I'm just gonna sit.
Yep.
You think they'd take some of their lackeys and like, I don't know, play a game of chess?
Well, I wonder, maybe they're not all friends,
Oh, yeah, there's probably some, like, inter-dungeon relationships going on.
Yep. Maybe they've got, I got 180 of those. That's a pretty good number. That means I can level up. Maybe they've got all kinds of like wars that are just fought beneath the surface that no one knows anything about.
It's possible. But I guess with the boss, the big boss there, he probably doesn't want any, or she, or it doesn't want any wars.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
But it's tough to know what goes on underneath Yarnum stays underneath Yarnum.
Yeah.
Until your hunter, blazes their way through.
Yeah. And then after like a million years, when a hunter just appears in another, like, oh my god, what's happening? Oh, but I'm
another one of these guys.
I'm so used to sitting down. Like, oh, I guess I'll fight.
All right, back to layer 1. And we're back.
About to kill a boss, perhaps? Watch out!
Kill a boss, perhaps.
Okay.
Thank you for the warning. I did remember, however. So let's go down this way. We didn't find any offshoot paths.
Nope, no more illusory walls.
So let's get a quick read on this boss's name. Oh, we fought variations of this before. So I've already given my kind of literal translations.
Okay.
Greg, from top to bottom, what do you think? What would you do if you had to do overly literal translations?
Overly little translation.
And then maybe just a typical translation that you might go with.
Sure. So I'd say the top one would be a cruel hunter or a terrible hunter. The second one is the same as the first. And then the third one is the hunter. Well, super literal is like hunter long. Or the long hunter. I would say that the boss.
Yes. Yeah, super literal would be long, but it's really being used to boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
what's the official translation? What do they call them?
These are watchers. So they, rather than cruel, they call them merciless. So you have the merciless watcher,
that's a good adjective.
Merciless watcher, and then watcher boss.
Okay.
And I'm interested that you called them hunters because I'm pretty sure the kanji was actually Mamoru, which would be a protector.
Let's take another look.
Yeah, we'll be there in a second.
Yeah, it's good. It's so close.
Yes, it's great. It's so close, and I already spent all of my blood echoes on levels and blood vials.
Oh, you're right. It is Mamoru. I'm sorry.
It's cool. So not to call you out, it can be very difficult to read kanji, especially with no notice and in a game like this.
I'm more watching you fight things.
Yeah, you see, that's exactly what I mean. I'm playing the game and I'm trying to correctly read kanji. Sometimes that poses a bit of a problem.
Oh,
I'm lucky that one guy is just leaving me alone. He's letting me just wail on his friend here.
You're very lucky.
And the gunner just isn't that much of an issue.
Yeah, see, so it's Mamoru, I would say like defender.
Yes.
But I could see watcher as well.
Yeah.
Oh man, you did a great job with these.
Well, I was. Let's keep moving. Keep moving.
Oh no, you're
yes, you gave it to me.
Good.
I did not deserve that, but I got it anyway.
Oh great, so boss is down. The gunner refuses to move.
Yeah, that's the thing about the. I'm pretty sure the gunner is the boss. No, actually,
no, you already killed the boss.
The boss is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gunner is pretty much set to annoy me while these melee fighters take me out, just like that.
Yeah, which is why he should move his body a little bit. But maybe it's like we were talking about before. They've been here for like a millennia. He's like, I'm just too lazy to move. Like, I've been sitting down. My legs are still cramping up on me.
Yeah, the other two have the melee weapons, so they're just like, you know what? Oh, I better attack. I have to run forward. And the other guy is just like, nope.
Yeah,
blast, blast, blast.
Exactly. Like, he's too far away. I gotta walk to him. And the other guy's like, I've got a gun.
Yep. I'm not gonna move.
Yeah.
Alright, let's try that again.
There we go. Oh, I feel so silly about mixing up the motor and Karu.
Yeah, no big deal.
I promise, guys, listening, I got in one. I promise, I worked in a Japanese company. Oh no!
What was that? That was super cool. I don't think I've ever seen him do that attack before.
Oh.
He like sawed me, like, he hit me with his saw, pulled me back in to continue to saw me, and then sawed me again. Like, that was...
I mean,
Look at that! That is so cool!
He used to be the head woodcutter in the village, so, you know, he's got some
clearly what he
techniques.
was.
Yeah, he got
Before
techniques.
he became a hunter, he was the head woodcutter.
That's why he's called the boss.
Man. Boy. You fight these guys pretty early on in the Chalice dungeons, and they're just a joke. You just steamroll them.
Yeah?
They're in an easier environment to manipulate their positioning,
Okay.
and obviously they have way less health. So you get used to just not taking them seriously. So this is like the third fight where I've just kind of been like, whatever. Even though, like, these guys are taking a ton of my resources to try and deal with appropriately. I shouldn't have dodged away there, I should have just fired. That's something else that's pretty cool about, like, Bloodborne and the way that its world is set up. I'm gonna run away.
Yeah.
Is that emphasis on aggression. The idea that rather than run away, you want to stand your ground, wait for the incoming attack, and just hit the thing with your gun, so that you can create the opening for that visceral attack.
Well, you did do the first step, which was stand your ground and take the attack.
Well, I took the attack, which is the problem. I stood my ground, and then I took
And then
the
you
attack.
took the attack.
Like, good job on the first part. Shouldn't have taken the attack. Should have just shot him.
Yeah, but you weren't expecting it, because he's, like I said, a woodcutter.
Indeed.
Yeah. When you're a woodcutter, everything looks like a tree. I
That's
think
right.
that's the message they're trying to give us.
That's clearly what's going on here.
Yep.
It's, who needs a hammer when you've got a saw?
Exactly. Then every nail looks like a piece of wood. Is that the saying? Is that how it goes?
I'm pretty sure it's something like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
When you're a woodcutter, every nail looks like a piece of wood.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, only a woodcutter would know something like that. Everyone else, you know, they wouldn't have the specialized knowledge to be able to put that together.
No. Or the saw. Oh.
Or the saw. Got him. Alright, I see that gunner.
Oh, the gunner's moving.
Yep, he's actually moving.
Finally.
So let's move around as well.
Yeah.
Thought that was going to be a faster strike, but clearly it was not.
Oh,
that
nice,
one, however,
nice.
played off nicely, although I did not get the visceral. Boy, normally it really annoys me when they delay their attacks like that, but for whatever reason, these particular enemies, like, I am really used to their attack patterns. Probably because I fight, like, you fight them as bosses, but you also fight them as regular enemies throughout the course of playing these Chalice dungeons. So I've gotten a lot of chances to fight them not just as bosses, but as regular enemies inhabiting the place.
Oh, see, that's good. It also... Oh!
Yeah.
Your blood echoes, just in case.
I see him.
Okay.
I don't care.
Alright.
Oh, man.
Oh.
I hate when you get the stagger and then you don't either have the ability or make a mistake and can't get the visceral. I got sawed.
Oh.
I got fixed by his hammer and saw. Oh, that's a smash.
Oh, nice.
And that's a faster smash. He always follows up with that faster smash. I'm running low on bullets, but I can make blood bullets if...
there we
gave
go.
it to me! I thought for sure that was going to fail.
Gunner.
But I can rely on blood bullets if I need to, so
yeah,
I'm not especially concerned about that. And let's get the blood echoes for
thank God.
the non-existent blood echoes.
Oh, there was 0. I forgot. Oh, come on.
Alright. Heal up. He missed. That was key. If that had been a hit, it would be the end of that fight, and it probably should have been a hit. But I'll take it.
Oh, and all that's left is the gunner.
I'm so used to them being regular enemies. I was waiting to try and loot his body. Alright. Gunner. Dodge.
Oh.
Now he's going to pull out a melee weapon now that we're close.
Yeah,
or he's not.
lantern.
He has the ability to do so, but he decided to go for the lantern instead, which honestly I'm quite pleased with.
Oh, look at him. He's so afraid. He's running away.
Yeah, the gun, I'm not afraid of at all.
No.
I would be afraid if he did pull out a melee weapon. The lantern doesn't do enough damage to be scary.
No. And he really takes his time to aim.
Yeah, he really does. Just plenty of warning. Yeah, I don't have to be afraid of this guy at all. Oh, there it is. Melee weapon.
Oh,
Just as I say, I don't have to be afraid. He pulls out the club and kills me.
He was waiting for you to say that.
He was waiting.
Man. Oh, but this time you got it. This time, it's clear.
Oh.
So that was a big, just hunk of metal, is what it looked like to me.
Yep. I think of them as clubs. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
Big club of metal.
We start getting low on resources. That's the thing about these later Chalice dungeons, is that they can burn through your resources pretty quickly. I'm hoping that the blood echoes I get are enough to replenish some of those vials and bullets and things. Here we are.
Oh.
Stay invincible. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Hit me with that club. Not that one.
Oh, no.
And I got sawed.
The
wow,
two of them.
that was a combo. Oh, and there was something behind me that I couldn't see. That kept me from dodging appropriately.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You're all good.
Yep. Alright. Round 2. Oh,
what?
I thought for sure that was going to work.
Yeah.
Like that. Oh, yes! I got it in early enough that the visceral still got most of my health back. That was pleasant.
Oh, wow.
Come on, let's get this guy down. I don't want to have to deal with Mr. Clubman anymore.
Yeah.
Mr. Boss Clubman.
He's the boss.
Yep. Alright, I don't like their current way they're bunched up at the moment, so I'm going to try and actually circle all the way around so that Clubman is more readily able to attack me. Because he's the one I've done all the damage on so far, and the more enemies I'm able to take out, the better.
Yeah, just FYI, that's how many games work, is you really want to like reduce the numbers as opposed to hurt everyone a little bit.
Right. Yikes! I thought I would have time for a gunshot. I did not. That was totally my own error. And I thought that would trigger an attack, and it didn't. There we go. That triggered an attack.
The visceral. Oof.
Your boss is dead.
He's so angry, he's gonna
Give me no more of your saw. Oh, I got lucky with that stagger.
Yeah.
And I'm not locked on. Oh! Just before I could fire the bullet. Oh, this is the delayed one, and now there's the fast one. Oh, so I misspoke earlier. They don't always follow up with a, they don't always follow up with a fast slam after a slow slam. Good to know.
Oh, nice!
Alright. You keep swinging. I think I don't need... Oh. Wow. That saw thing is still really cool. I love the fact that he, like, hits you and it just turns into a 3-hit combo.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Oh, man!
Wow.
Did not think that would happen.
Oh, so, like, straight for the neck, too.
Yep. Boy, we may be getting into montage territory. I hope I don't have to do that right on the first boss.
Oh, I hope not. We'll have to do montage.
Yep. I've done 2 death montages, I think, so far.
Okay.
I mean, both in Depth 3 Chalice dungeons of different layers, so it would stand to reason if we had to resort to that.
Oof.
But hopefully we don't. Hopefully we can take it out, and this will still be a quality episode.
Yeah, well, this is, I mean, you got it this time. 100% confident. I mean, look at that. Visceral off the bat.
Oh yeah, this is the one. I can tell.
Yeah. That stupid gunner.
That pulled out a melee weapon at just the right moment.
Oh.
No! Robbed!
He just ruins everything.
Slow on the heel.
Oh, ouch.
At least I didn't use that many resources that time.
Yeah.
Alright, so clearly we're gonna do it this time.
Oh, yeah.
But if for whatever reason, like, reality distorts and that doesn't happen, I think at that point we may have to resort to montage level of play here.
Fake news. You never know when fake news is going to strike.
You never know. Could be right off the bat. Could be a flurry of blows that you never saw coming that wasn't supposed to be there at all.
Yeah, we're like, oh, there we go. There we go.
That's more like it. Come on, buddy. One more time. Too early.
Oh. the guy's behind you.
Yep, he's sneaking up behind me. Boy, that was an ominous, like, framing. That was kind of cool. You just see the edge of his saw come into view.
Ooh, yeah. And he gets so angry after you visceral him.
He could hit me through that pillar. That is a distinct possibility.
Okay.
Oh, I thought I healed, but it didn't happen. Why isn't it happening? There we go.
Oh.
I guess I was pressing the button too lightly.
Oh, that one right to your face. Ouch.
Bullets are tough to deal with. I should have gone for a visceral there, but wasn't thinking about it, wanted to get out of the way. Let's reset the battle situation a little bit here.
Good call.
Too late. One more? Yeah, one more, but I was too late because I got hit by another guy's bullets.
Yeah.
That's fine. Lightning up, and I thought that would miss. Lightning up, and nope, stagger didn't happen. It did happen, just not when it would help me. Alright, well, for everyone else watching at home, this next part is going to go really quick. Set. Oh man, that was cool.
Yeah, that was actually really good. Nice. Oh yeah.
Nice. Messed up the visual. I need to reset the situation. I need to not engage when things start going bad. I need to reset. I feel like that's just the smarter move.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Alright, and Mr. Sawman is too close. No! I hit the button! It just was a little bit too slow.
Yeah, done.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Fight just got a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Evolve the visceral, I will take that trade. Oh, just a little bit more delayed than I thought. I got lucky interrupting that saw.
Yeah, you did.
That would have been major damage otherwise.
Oh, nice.
Yes! Yeah, he always does. When he does that saw attack, he's open for 3.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Oh, I thought I could roll. Oh well. Oh, that's the slow.
Oh, is the pass coming? Nope. Oh, get out of there.
Ooh, I thought that shooter was gonna pick me off.
Oh, you can't go back.
I got it!
Oh.
Yes!
Oh. All right.
I can't believe I got that.
Oh.
Oh, down to 2 bullets, too. I want you to keep your gun out for as long as possible, buddy. I wonder if maybe it's HP based. Like if he gets to a certain threshold, that's when he pulls out the gun.
Oh.
Because I was so convinced he wasn't going to pull out the melee weapon by the time he was low on HP. And then he did. And it was the end of it.
Maybe that's the trick.
Maybe now that he's like super low. Yep, that's totally it.
Must be it.
Oh, I went for it. I went for it. I'm gonna probably shoot him to death.
Oh, so nice. Oh, thank God. Oh.
Alright, you probably got that high five. That's the end of that boss. Shorter montage than I would have wanted, but, well, wanted.
Yeah.
I want the short montage. Shorter montage than I would have expected. I can talk and play games.
Yeah. Yeah, about that. So basically, too bad we had to have a montage.
Too bad we had to have a montage. I thought it might have been longer than it was, but good thing it was short. Let's go down to layer 2. Ooh. And we are going to call that an episode.
Good work.
Gonna light the lamp, gonna light the lamp, head back to the Hunter's Dream, and then we will call it for this one.
Man, that was...
Alright, so next time we will explore through that closed door right there. And I am excited to see what lies ahead.
Me too. Oh.
So once again, thank you, Greg, for joining me.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
All right, and thank all of you for watching. I will hope to see you next time.